to Let's Get to Know. This is the part of the show where we go out into the community. We meet some really cool people and we learn more about them. And today's going to be extra special because we're learning more about dog trainers named Alex and Michelle. It's going to be great. Everybody loves dogs, so I can't wait to learn more about them. Let's go on a little road trip and get to know them right now. We'll see you in a jiff. All right, we are here. We have two very special guests we're getting to know today. We are getting to know dog trainers. We have Alex and Michelle. How are you guys doing?
Good, how are you?
Very good. It's very exciting to get to know you guys and learn more about what you do. So you guys are dog trainers. What kind of dogs do we have here?
This is a Jack Russell Terrier puppy, and Stanley is a Corgi.
Oh, they're very cute. So, like, how long have you guys been involved in training dogs?
I've actually been here at Canine. I've been training dogs pretty much my whole life. Always had a dog in my family, but I've been here at Canine Academy 13 years.
Wow, 13 years?
Yeah.
And how long?
I've been here about 5 years. And then I started training when I was in 5th grade, actually.
Oh, so you guys have been around dogs for a long time then?
Yeah.
What's like your favorite part about working with dogs?
I just like being able to build a relationship with an animal. It's a little bit different than dealing with people on a daily basis, and you kind of have to work to earn their trust.
Yeah.
And I really like watching them kind of like figure things out. Like, they don't understand English, and so it's cool being able to learn how to communicate with them. And kind of teach them those skills that we want them to learn, like using a language that's a combination of like what we use and what they do.
So what would be like for a kid learning about dogs, what's like the easiest, quickest way to start learning about how dogs learn words or learn how to behave and things like that?
Probably if you have a family dog, just starting to teach them little tricks at home, shake, give paw, teach them to spin in a circle, get them to follow you around for treats and stuff like that. Just kind of build that relationship and make the dog wanna be with you and work with you.
So, like, is there like one thing about dogs or something that you guys hear a lot that is something that people have wrong about dogs, or like a misunderstanding?
I think that they're smarter than people give them credit for sometimes. Like, people are like, oh, that particular breed can't learn anything. He's, too hard-headed or stubborn or whatever. Like, you can kind of get through to any type of dog breed and, just figuring out what they like. Some dogs, it takes a little bit longer. But I think, they're really smarter than people give them credit for sometimes.
Well, I do have some 7 quick questions. Are you guys ready?
All right.
All right, first question for you guys. What's your favorite dog breed?
German Shepherds.
All right, favorite snack food?
Cheese. For the dog or for us?
For you.
Chips maybe?
All right, favorite sport?
I like watching lacrosse.
I'm not really a sports fan.
Works for me. All right, pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Tacos.
All right, sand or grass?
Sand.
All right, driving or flying?
Flying.
Driving.
And what is one interesting or unique thing about you that we don't know?
I'm married to Dr. Dan.
Oh, that's very interesting. You're married to Dr. Dan?
I'm not married to anybody.
Well, you guys are pretty much opposite on all of
We
them.
are, pretty much.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much. It was really fun getting to know you, and we really appreciate you guys letting us learn more about your dogs. And we will have another special guest here next time on Let's Get to Know.
If you would like to email Checkers and Snoozers, send your emails to checkers@checkerslibrarytv.com. We always look forward to hearing from you.
The story is called The Very Little Boy. Oh boy, I don't know if I could read the author's name because it's ripped. Let's see. The Very Little Boy. The author is Phyllis Krasilowski, and the pictures by Ninan. This is a very old story. Once there was a little boy who was very, very little. The word very gets smaller and smaller. He was smaller than a cornstalk. He was smaller than a baseball bat. He was smaller than his sled. Are you smaller than those things? He was smaller than his father's workbench and smaller than a lawnmower. It's a very old book, and that is a very old lawnmower. That's what lawnmowers used to look. They didn't have all those fancy things. You had to push it and it... He was too little to be in the parade passing by. It's like a Halloween parade. He couldn't feed the elephants in the zoo. Look at that, it's a little too short. He couldn't touch the pedals on his bicycle. Or reach the cookie jar in the kitchen. He had to have a special little chair to sit on and a special little table to eat on. It looks like Mrs. Hamilton's table. And a special little bed to sleep on. He was smaller. The word smaller is smaller than the rest of the words on the page, just like little one. He was smaller than all the other little boys on his street. But one day, he could reach the pedals on his bicycle. He could carry his mother's groceries. He was bigger than his dog. And bigger than his sled. Every day after that, he found more things which were smaller than he. The very little boy began to grow bigger. He grew as big as a cornstalk in the spring. He grew bigger than a baseball bat. He could even push the lawnmower by himself. He was big enough to be in the parade. He could feed the elephant in the zoo. Look at that. He could see the top of his father's workbench and get a cookie all by himself. He grew too big for his special little chair and his special little bed. Now he ate at the big table with his mother and father. And he had a new big bed. He was no longer a very little boy. He was big enough to play with the other little boys on his street. Now, he was big enough, in fact, to push the carriage for his brand new baby sister, who was very, very, very little. Oh, the words are so very small. Oh, look at that. Now that he's a bigger boy, he can help his little sister or help someone that is smaller than him. So sometimes you might feel very little and you can't do some things. But look, you just have to be a little patient and your time will come when you get to be taller and be a big help and do all the things that you've always wanted to do. It's called growing up, and it happens to all of us. And then you grow up to be as old as Mrs. Hamilton, who wishes she was little again.